Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alyssa, and this is my video budgeting into February, although it is still technically January when I'm getting these checks. So this is me and my husband's paychecks combined, as well as a little bit of my tip money from working at my waitressing job. We clearly have quite a bit of overspending. So let's just get that out of the way. So, fun. Okay, we'll start with not the fun stuff. So eating out, I did go over a little bit. So I'm gonna add that in. Groceries, I only overspent by 60 cents. And that is pretty darn good, I think. I'm actually very proud of that. It's probably my biggest accomplishment for the month, if I get to feel happy about anything. Miscellaneous, I had to buy a transcript for my job, and then I also had to buy a present for someone, so I'm just gonna, and actually my job will reimburse me for my transcript. So, personal care. First, my husband overspent by $4.50. I'd like to say, I always think that he overspends, but clearly it was me this month. I'm just gonna go ahead and fill his. Mine, so this is kind of combined a little bit. My back was killing me. It has been killing me for months now, and my husband is always telling me to go to the chiropractor or go to get a massage or something, and I never do. But it was to the point where I could barely move, so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go get a massage finally. And then while I was booking that, I am looking around at where to get a massage. I remembered that there are these float pods where you are in a little pod of basically warm salt water, and it's so dark that you're not supposed to see anything, and you're just supposed to feel like deprived of all of your senses or something. And I actually have done it once before, and I thought it was cool, so I wanted to do it again, and I've been wanting to do it again, and they had a little combo deal, so I was like, oh, I'm just gonna do that, I don't care. So I combined them. I put the massage part as personal care because since my husband's been telling me to do it, and yeah. But the floating, it is going to my fun money. I'm just gonna have to do better and chill out next month. So that leaves us with $1,700. The very, very first thing I'm going to do, since this is our paychecks for next month, I'm going to go ahead and make sure that our bills are covered up until the 15th. If you're new here, my husband gets paid right around the 15th in the last day of the month. It's never really exactly that, but it's supposed to be that technically. All of our bills are covered by his paycheck, so I just automatically make sure that that's taken care of. Another thing that we need to make sure is taken care of, our friend, I'll go ahead and put it, it doesn't matter. Our friend, we bought his computer from him, but we didn't have all the money at that time, so he's letting us pay him $125. Really, he didn't say that specifically, but we told him we're going to pay him $125, and then I think after this, we only have one more payment to go, which is nice, because he took off a payment for us because we helped him out with stuff. So another thing that I want to make sure to do is, if you're new here, I had some overspending. So I have like this month my payment is $29.89. But I have that. But I don't have enough to fully cover my credit card if I were to pay the whole balance. So technically that's like the credit card float. So I figured out between when I had that issue and when it's due again, it's $75 each paycheck. And since me and my husband got a paycheck this month or this week, I need to put $150 to that. And then, barber, you may remember that I wanted to get rid of that category by cutting my husband's hair. And I did, and it went not so great. And honestly, it just makes me stressed out because oh God, I'm messing it up. So I'm just going to pay the $20 a week until I feel better about it. Gas. Right now I'm just covering like all of our essential things. Gas, each one of us spends about $30-ish, $35-ish dollars, depending on the gas and how much we need and everything. So, the previous paycheck, I did it kind of for a 2-week thing, which normally I used to do weekly, but when we don't get paid the next week and I only have my tips, it makes things a little tight, especially because lately I haven't been making very good tips. So I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to do 75 because that should be plenty. Groceries, I'm going to do this like a similar thing. I technically say that I do $160 each week. Usually it ends up being more like $100-ish each week, but there are times where I go to Sam's Club, so that's why I like to have a buffer. So I'm just gonna do 150 and call that good. Sundries, I'm not going to do. Also, I just got my email that I'm getting my like Costco rebate. It's supposed to be coming soon, and so a lot of our groceries, I'm gonna buy like all of our meat and some of our toilet paper and stuff. So I'm not gonna fund that. And then none of this is like essential. February boarding, I'll do 25 because we're gonna be paid between then. I definitely need to add $10 more to my dog's nail trim. I'm gonna go get his nails trimmed. And then all those are good for now. Valentine's Day, we're not gonna go the weekend of Valentine's. 1, because I'm a server and I have to work, and 2, I'm not going out in that craziness. So I'm just we don't know if we're gonna do it the week before or the week after, but I want to make sure that that's funded. You may notice I have a new category group. My cousin is getting married, and she just got engaged. So they're getting married in May, which may seem quick, but they've known they were going to get married, and they're not having like a big wedding. So I know most people do like just a regular category, but I like to do a group, and then when the time comes, I'll just actually budget it into like travel or whatever. But it just helps my brain like break it up. But we're not dealing with that right this second. Another thing that I really want to make sure I get, my husband says that he needs an oil change. Mine was like $80, so I'm going to do 90 just to be safe. And then I'm not going to give myself 40 because I've been overspending, which it's kind of hard because then you're like, I've been overspending, so if I like strap myself even more, is that going to make me overspend still, or am I going to be controlled? But I think I'm going to be controlled. So I figured out I'm just gonna give myself 20 each week for the next month. But my husband will get his full 40. He's in a pool league, so he needs, I think I have the category set to 30 each week, but he told me he actually needs 25. So that's that. I'm gonna go back to January, see the underfunded things. We did pretty good. We have been through a phase of going to Starbucks all the time, and we didn't go once. Well, we did go, but it counted, like we had a gift card on our app or whatever. So I'm honestly not upset about that. And we underspent by $80 for our Target for eating out, which I'm proud of. We usually don't do that. I think we barely ate out this month. It was only like one like real restaurant, and the rest was like quick stuff. Another thing that I wonder about is like when you have $12.39 left in your gas, there's kind of like a debate with YNAB people, or even just cash envelope people, if they roll that over into the next month, or some people zero it out and then they might put it to debt, or they might put it to fun, or they might put it even just to the next month, but you have less to fund the next month. Like, so let me know what you do. I feel like certain things, I don't know how, honestly, I usually don't have stuff to roll over. Like obviously a sinking fund you do, but let me know what you do for that kind of stuff in the comments. Because I understand both sides. Honestly, I that's one of my best and worst qualities. So I like see the side of everything, and I'm like, yeah, I'm very hard to make decisions. Okay. It doesn't really matter, I feel like, whether I budget this stuff. Like right now I'm in January. I think I'm gonna like fund Christmas, but other than that, I'm not. I will say that I was looking at it, and for everything I was underfunded by $1,200, well, $1,300, and I'm honestly not upset about that, and I'm very proud. And the reason I'm proud of that is because, one, if you're new here, my husband's computer died, and we didn't need, but we acted like we needed a new one, and so we ended up spending $800 on technology just this month, and then, which is not typical at all, obviously. And then also, at my waitressing job, it's been very, very, very slow. Last night was my last shift for the month, and I literally made like I think I made $580 this month. And before that, my lowest was like maybe $1,000, like more like $1,300, $1,500. And then like in the summer when it gets really busy, my highest is like $2,500. But basically, I'm like, what did I say we're underfunded by in January? And I'm not counting the credit card. $1,300. So it should have been way closer to being fully funded. And some of those things like entertainment, like we don't actually have to be funded every time. So anyway, I'm not upset about that. So I guess now I have $144 to budget. I'm going to go ahead and do 20 for coffee, because we're probably gonna feel like we need some soon. Eating out, we have a gift card to Texas Roadhouse that I got for Christmas. So I don't even know how much it is. I got it from one of my students, so I'm gonna put 80 because maybe we can go to Texas Roadhouse. Entertainment, I don't really think we're gonna need that this week. Like I said, sundries is good. This is the point where it like literally doesn't matter, but you feel like it's the most important thing in the world. I'm gonna put 10 to uniforms because my husband's gonna need stuff, I'm sure. The rest I'm not gonna add anything to. I'm gonna go ahead and put 10 to food, dog food, because I know my dog's getting a little low, but I think it'll make it definitely till next week, but maybe next paycheck. And sinking funds. I wish there was a button that you could like do all of your categories and do like the lowest to highest. I feel like that would, because I like to do as many as I can, so I do like the lowest amount. Like these are like 417, 625, 625. Like it just feels better for me when I get to fund more things, even though it doesn't actually matter. Okay, I'm gonna quit fooling around. I'll do YNAB. It's an important one. 909. And I also added this moving category. We're not moving anytime soon that I know of, but we'll probably be moving in like 2 years. So I'm like, it's gonna be expensive. So when we have money, I'm just gonna throw it in there. I'm gonna put some to my car registration. And holiday activities. Okay, $375. I'm sure there's nothing that's $375. So I have a wish farm, and I know both my husband and I want a tattoo at some point. So not like together, like our own tattoos, not matching. But I want to start putting the little bit we have in our wish farm. So there's all of that. We're all budgeted and ready to go. I'm feeling better about this month. I'm hoping that I'll make more at my serving job. And I definitely don't expect my husband's computer to die like it was. I hate to say like every month it's easy to say, oh, next month will be better, because nothing, like this was an odd month. But like every month is odd in its own way. But truly, I don't expect an $800 expense next month. Knock on plastic. Oh, that made my dog bark. But I truly am looking forward to next month. Honestly, these budgeting videos have kept me more accountable, despite what you may think by my overspending. But usually, I do tend to overspend. So, I definitely am like, do I really need this? I'm gonna have to explain to the viewers. So, anyway, I appreciate you watching, and I look forward to seeing you next week. I will be doing my usual, putting my cash tips in my tip holding category. Hopefully it's more than it has been. We'll see. I look forward to seeing you next Friday, and have a good week.